is it that they're all out right now, and who they playing against? Allball TV Friday. What's going on?
Hey, we in the building, man. Allball is in the building. Fabian is in the building, man. AllBallTV. Hey, hold on. Kyrie Irving among Maverick role players are ruled out tonight versus the Bulls. Dallas lost 7 of their last 10 games. They are 5-11 in games with Luka and Kyrie together. That is horrendous.
Against the Bulls tonight? That's who the Mavericks are playing?
Now, yeah, Mavericks play Bulls tonight. Kyrie, with about 5 other role players, are out. Tim Hardaway Jr., Green, a couple others. They didn't say anything about Luka. But Kyrie Irving and about 4 or 5 role players are ruled out tonight versus the Bulls.
Greetings to the boss man.
Oh, man, boss man, how you doing, my brother? Now, my thing is Dallas giving up? Because if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't they be maybe a couple games out of the play-in, or are they done?
No, they're in the play-in. They're tied with Oklahoma City. They're half game behind.
Listen, man, this Dallas Mavericks thing is a mess. And Tim Hardaway Sr., not Junior, Tim Hardaway Sr., the original killer crossover king, he made a comment. And he has a problem with Luka and Kyrie as far as their leadership. Listen, man, this thing is a mess, man. Look, Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green, Maxi Kleber, and Christian Wood are ruled out today, along with Kyrie Irving. The Dallas Mavericks have packed it in. The Dallas Mavericks have packed it in. Big shout out, boss man.
So,
and it's in Dallas tonight. That game is in Dallas. So I wonder how the Dallas fans feel.
And it's against the Bulls, right?
Yes.
Okay, where's the schedule at, man? Upcoming games. They just played Sacramento. And the night. So what's the excuse? Because it's supposed to be back-to-back games. They tanked it. They tanked it.
They tanked. There's no excuse.
Dog, they're playing San Antonio in 2 days.
Yeah,
and San Antonio's been they beat Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken, and they've been competitive lately. And they've been tanking. You know that.
Yeah, of course. Hey,
this is crazy.
Once again, I'm going to keep saying it. The Dallas Mavericks are a mess. And I'm giving blame. It starts up top. Luka and Mark Cuban gets the most blame, my opinion. I'm sorry.
So Luka's playing, from what we know.
They didn't say anything about Luka being ruled out. Kyrie, Tim Hardaway, Green, Wood, and Kleber is out for tonight. They did not say anything about Luka.
Wow.
Yeah, against the Chicago Bulls.
And it's funny because we had him on the docket for we just get right into the Mavericks then, man, because we talked about I did I went against my word about the whole rat talk, but for me it's there's a level of integrity with someone when you're doing business. Like Mark Cuban sounds like a crybaby, and again you weren't in there. Oh boy, we missed you yesterday, man.
Oh, missed y'all too.
Yo, we had a guy, some dude, shout out to Nice. He pulled up, big Knicks fan, talking all the Knicks stuff.
Nice.
But we were talking about the Mark Cuban thing, and it's like, I get it. He's a busy guy. You're a billionaire. All right, maybe it's too many things on your plate, bro. Because how do you come off that way? Like, if that's Jalen Brunson's agent, you threw him under the bus. You're basically throwing Jalen Brunson's father under the bus. He's still another player. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ackright, to Alexander Acker.
Yeah, big shout. Yes, good brother.
You and shout out to Coach Kyle. You guys were interviewing him the other day. He just sent me a DM with Nate McMillan talking about how the international players are coming in more ready than the American players.
Who sent you the DM?
Alexander Acker.
Oh man, beautiful, big shout. Yes, because he's over there in Italy. And he has his program, so he see what's going on over there. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, and it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly what Kobe talked about 7-8 years ago when he said, yo, all the NBA coaches, they were going through like a whole, like their own little circuit of teaching the people out there basketball. I guess maybe Mike D'Antoni in the 90s. and a lot of guys in Italy. So Kobe just happened to be out there learning from them as well. So shout out to Alexander Anchor because he's out there. Now, this is why you kind of get stuck in the middle with what Mark Cuban is talking about, referencing the AAU guys. Like, yo, the way they're learning, he's not appreciating it because they're really echoing the same thing. But Mark Cuban, you got the Euro you wanted, and you threw away a Jalen Brunson dude. Clearly, you just overlooked this. And these mistakes, they just can't happen. This is, I mean, should we be surprised about this if you traded your whole team away for Kyrie Irving? Basically?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be real. You see, I'm kind of flabbergasted because I'm mind-boggled that a team with two superstars like that just give up. Mm-hmm. I still think if they get in the playoffs, they can be a threat to somebody. When you have two players at that caliber, you always have a chance. I'm sorry. The move was the right move. It just didn't work out. See, in business, which Mark Cuban, I can, you know, he's a great businessman because of, you know, his endeavors and his ventures and things he's a part of and being the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. So, of course, I'm not going to sit here and say he's not a smart man, but you made a bad business decision with the Brunson. Remember, in business, you lose deals, you make deals. You lost that deal, move on. Don't cry over sour milk. Now, him getting Kyrie, to me, it's a gift and a curse. The gift is you getting a superstar, you getting a player of that caliber, but the curse is it may not work out because of his past of dealing with other teams. Once again, I don't care about what goes on outside. I'm talking about on the court. Before LeBron, he couldn't do anything with Cleveland. Boston couldn't get past the second round. So I think Mark Cuban gambled and he crapped out. He had a 20 in a deal and pulled the 5-card 21 on him. I know the feeling, Mark Cuban. If you worth $4 billion, I'm $4 billion short. But I know the feeling.
Right. And I also think he's trying to cut on the cap because those other guys he would have had to have paid too. Dorius Finney-Smith and all of them.
Right.
And Kyrie's coming off the books this summer, whether we like it or not. And maybe he likes his chances with, you know, negotiating with Kyrie, that contract. He's still a viable piece, but then, you know, trying to rebrand somewhere. Maybe it's some other free agents that we're not paying attention to right now that can join the Luka Doncic's of the world and Kyrie Irving.
You know what I think Mark Cuban was doing? His star player asked for help, and he tried to accommodate his star player because in the back of his mind, Luka may not want to stay there. So it's like, let me give my star player what he wants, just to hopefully have that in the back of his mind. So when it's time to, you know, sign that big contract to where you could be a Dallas Maverick forever, maybe he did it for that. Because once again, if I'm Luka, and listen, I'm not saying this because I'm a Knicks fan. All y'all players rushing to go to all these other cities. New York City will be in the palm of you guys' hands. Nothing like the Garden. Me and my guy been there numerous times. Listen, man, at the end of the day, Mark Cuban right now is in a bad predicament. I don't think Luka is happy. I really don't.
See, and it's funny because he said, remember, y'all was saying the same thing about Giannis. You were wondering what's going to happen until he won. He said, you know, winning a championship cures everything. So I get that. But you 20 years in the game, Mark. Like, again, how is this not the same thing as Steve Nash leaving?
But
the rules are changing. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off. Y'all made it to the Western Conference Finals last year.
Exactly.
So, okay, why not keep that core and maybe, you know, just build the right way? Why you tried to hit the home run? So you went from you hit a single, you stole and got a double, and then you just skipped the triple and tried to hit a home run, and you fell crazy.
But Allball, it's Steve Nash, Tyson Chandler, and Jalen Brunson. Wouldn't any one of us, like, just talking basketball? We want people to come into the Garden. We saw Tyson Chandler, Defensive Player of the Year. We show him again. Not only Tyson Chandler, but Jalen Brunson comes from over there.
Hold on.
So they both are viable guys.
And then look what Steve Nash does in Phoenix.
Right. So a lot of this is the algorithm game. And you know, we always talk about it because we're on YouTube and we see the algorithm and we see why like a Stephen A. Smith and these guys go crazy because they keep following these leads of what the most popular topic is. And maybe for Mark Cuban, he's trying to play this, you know, this experiment game. Again, Daryl Morey, same thing. You haven't won, buddy. You should be on the hot seat because what are you guys coming from this? Steve Ballmer comes from the tech world, the owner of the Clippers.
Right.
He doesn't really have, he's just on the sideline cheering. He's kind of loud on that side, but he's not Mark Cuban.
Yeah, but let's not forget Steve Ballmer got Jerry West over there. So remember, Jerry West got enough cachet to where he's going to be allowed to do his job, and he's great at that job.
Oh, yo, that's such a great point because guess what we brought up 2 days ago? Donnie Nelson Jr. is gone. Rick Carlisle are gone. They know basketball more than you do.
Hey, listen, it's starting to look a little Jerry Jones-esque over there. Listen, man, it's a new day. These guys want to be social media stuff. Listen, some of these owners want to be treated like the players. Like, do you see Ballmer in the seats going crazy? Like, let's not act like none of these owners want to be known as well. Imagine if you're an owner and you could take the train and don't nobody know you own the Clippers. Hey, man.
That's the flyest thing ever.
Listen, that's Kaiser Soze, but these guys don't want that. They want to be social media stars as well. Look at Joe, man, buckets. Smiles for cupcakes. You know, we love you to death. Boss man, love you. Turbo, all in the building already. Don't think some of these guys don't want to be social media and known figures as well, man. Listen, it's a new day, bro. I'm telling you.
No, but you hit it on the nose with the Jerry Jones thing. Same city, same everything, man. And damn, it's also going back. We didn't even touch on this point with Isaiah and Michael Jordan and Charles Oakley and these guys just yapping it up. Like, how can you tell Kevin Durant? How can Charles Barkley tell Kevin Durant that he's sensitive, right? When Isaiah Thomas is still beefing with Michael Jordan and vice versa, and Charles Oakley is calling him out. My point is, I think that's a veer left. But my point with that is, that's why I gave Caitlin Clark her props the other day or yesterday. Caitlin Clark, she had every reason to go, hey, yo, man, you know White Lives Matter. She had every reason to go jump with MAGA and everything. But what did she say? It was all about competition, man. I'm a fan of hers. Why is it that she's 19, 20 and acting like more of an adult than Mark Cuban in terms of business? Listen,
and I'm going to explain to you. Once again, nobody hasn't said this yet. These players are preparing for their life after basketball. Listen, hey, man, that's Boss Man on the comments, man. One thing on our show, man, we love the comment, we love the engagement, and we want to make sure everybody's being seen and being heard. But let me say something, man, and I haven't heard anybody say this, and on AllBallTV, we say a lot of things that don't nobody say, and then it winds up happening on TV 2 months later. So that's why we got to start sharing, reposting everything. Hey, man, these owners, they want to be superstars, man.
Yep.
They want to be superstars. This is part of the world today. Nobody wants to be Joe Cool. Everybody wants to be in front of the camera. Everybody wants to be known. Everybody wants they want the props for everything. Now, just imagine how we would have been talking about Mark Cuban if this would have worked out. When Dallas made that trade, they was in the 4th seed. Imagine they'd have went on a 10-game winning streak and been in the 3rd or 2nd seed. We'd have been praising Mark Cuban. But nobody is going, hey, bro, you made a mistake. Man up. Learn from it. Move on. Don't cry. Don't throw in subliminals. Don't throw Brunson Pops and his man and everybody under the bus. For what?
And again, we got to compare it to me. It's a direct comparison with someone like the Steve Ballmer, because Russell Westbrook and even Bones Highland, they were kind of thrown off. They're castaways from their own respective teams. But guess what? They kind of understood. We got Ty Lue at the helm, who that whole Clipper fan base, including Charlotte Don Dropper, threw him on, was saying he was done. They were acting like he was Tom Thibodeau. So for me, when you have an owner that just sees the big picture, you have enough pieces there anyway, just in case Bones Highland doesn't work, just in case Russell Westbrook doesn't work. It's all like an experiment that's gonna work out, but you need the right people in place. Again, like you said, Lawrence Frank, Jerry West, Ty Lue, all winners.
That's it. Listen, that core right there, that's the Rat Pack, man. Listen, if you don't have that in place in your organization, you're in trouble. Like today, yo, man, the skill set on these players, the mindset of these players, we may not like how they move and how they get around, but it's the way of the world. These guys is worth $500 million. They thinking about basketball. They thinking about life after basketball, like Boss Man said. So if you don't have strong minds and people that's tough, that can give you great advice and have that cachet that we talking about, you in trouble. I'm sorry.
You hit everything on the nose, Allball. We totally agree about this because, again, like we talk about with the algorithms and what works. Stick with what works. We know what YouTube was working. We always remind each other, yo, what works? And Mark Cuban, why do you constantly go against what works? Like, that just makes no sense. It's just...
No, it does make sense. It's always worked for him.
What does?
Listen, him doing the total opposite. It worked. Remember, for some people, certain things, it works for them. It doesn't mean it's right. But right now we seeing it don't work. Yo, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm an older guy and I'm starting to understand. Like when we was down at big shout out Brooklyn Basketball Academy, when Coach Kyle showed us where Steph Curry was pulling from, what I said?
This is crazy.
I said I got to start putting respect on a lot of players' names. My point is, Mark Cuban, get out your own way. That genius that you think you are, excuse me, I'm never gonna be disrespectful, but the genius you was 10 years ago, today that don't work. Get the right people in play and let them do their job, and just sit back and be the owner. Get a great GM, get a great assistant GM, and get a good coach with the coaching staff and let them do their job. And I'm sorry, Jason Kidd, you in my top 5. You number 5 for me. Greatest point guards all time. You are terrible right now as a head coach.
Well, I gotta disagree with that because of last year's success, but that's my thing. Like, even the way you put it, right? Go with what works. So you had all this leadership there that worked with Donnie Nelson Jr. and Rick Carlisle. You chose Luka. Then you happen to strike gold with Jason Kidd and Nico last year with that team and totally went against it. Remember, Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison have not shown any success as far as being in those positions. And the first sign of it that they had, you just totally flipped the team around, which he did acknowledge. He acknowledges all of this. He tried to accept accountability, but he shot himself in the foot with just talking crazy about the other players. And you can ruin relationships that way. Like the way he's been coming off, he kind of, like you said, you're right, man. You're right. He wants to be a star, a social media star. He kind of enjoys being in the front like that.
Listen, before we get off this topic, everybody gives Dallas a pass. Everybody loves Kyrie. Everybody loves Luka. But Allball, I can't go for that. No, no can do. I can't go for that. Nope. Got to be held accountable. I told you my new motto. 2 superstars, I don't care who's the role players. That's enough to get to the playoffs. 2 superstars of that caliber. Miss me with the rest of the players. Now, if you get to the first round to get bumped, hey, I respect you. But it's players that's dragging their teams to the playoffs and do not have 2 superstars on their team like that. So for the Dallas Mavericks to just fold like that, like a beach chair, man, listen, man. Mark Cuban, J. Kidd, Kyrie, Luka, my motto, I ain't saying in a long time, and I ain't going to curse. Get them all out of here.
Out of here.
You fill in the blank.
I mean, we even in the playoff picture.
Hold on, look at this Birdman hands. Oh man, this is what I was waiting for. Yeah.
Well, but it leads right to it because, like we said, I mean, that's why we said let's go live right now because we were trying to capture the shock of just why would anybody say that? You know what I mean? Like, why would anybody say they're gonna bench all these guys? That's what the headlines are saying. That basically the Mavericks tank. They're right here. right behind Oklahoma City. They be playing Minnesota if the play-in started today.
Exactly. And like I said, when you got two superstars like that, my opinion, watching basketball basically my whole life, when you got two superstars, you always got a chance. So the other team, a big injury can happen. Anything can happen. You can catch fire like Luka caught fire last year in the playoffs and got to the call. Listen, with Kyrie and Luka, I'm not giving up. That's a matchup nightmare for anybody in the playoffs. Even if you have a competitive first round and losing 6-7 games, still. But to give man. So let's run through the West first. Come on, let's do it, man. I'm excited.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday, and you were just totally disgusted because 9 and 10 as of right now is Minnesota versus OKC.
No, hold on. Before you finish, let me just say this. I'm disgusted with the play-in. It's annoying. I hate it, but I love basketball enough that I'm gonna put up with it.
What are you disgusted about?
Just the whole process, man. Listen, man. 1 through 8. Get your act together. You can't get in that 1 through 8. Toughen up. Come back next season. The play-in, I hate it. I'm just being honest. I hate it.
I love it.
Hey, all right, well, let's do it.
I love it because look, Minnesota and OKC, they're on the cusp, but they've been competitive all year, and they lost Nas Reed, so I don't expect Minnesota to be in it. I would think the Mavericks can't catch them. They're thinking they're going to go against OKC. They're battling it out with OKC to be in 10th place. But right now it's 9 versus 10, Minnesota, OKC in the West. LA Lakers versus the Pelicans, 7 versus 8. Now look how easy that could switch though, old ball.
Right.
Dog. The Golden State Warriors are due to play the Kings, which they play tonight. You just reminded me of that. Oh my God. Are they where they at?
Listen, where's that game at?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Check it out. Listen, right now, Golden State is in the 6th seed. If they lose tonight, they can get pushed to the play-in. Listen, man. Where's that game at tonight?
In Sacramento, and the Lakers play Phoenix. Nah. So for you to tell me that the play-in you hate it, this is drama.
Okay, now, all right. I changed my mind now. Seeing the team that's going to be in the play-in, hey, boss man, I love it. I changed my mind. Now when we got this drama, we got this kind of parity. This is what basketball needs. Now I'm excited. Now I'm tuned in. Let's go. Let's go.
And it's funny you say parity because somebody pointed out on a tweet. Damn, I wish I would have screen recorded it. 10 years ago, the West did not look like this. You needed to be a 50-win team just to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
now
that's
look,
a fact.
Who's the only 50-win team on here?
Who is
the Nuggets?
Denver.
And Memphis. And Memphis. I'm sorry. So you got two teams.
But let's be realistic. Clippers, Phoenix with the injuries, the trades, and all that stuff. So
that's a part of the game.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a part of the game. So now, but even the middle of the pack is all, and Phoenix just looks.
Okay, let's do this though. Let's break it down today. Let's talk about the playoffs today.
What it looks like.
Is that what it's going to look like today?
As of right now, Lakers, Pelicans, 7 versus 8.
No. Let's move slow. Hold on. Let's start 9-10. Come on, we're going to break this thing down. Let's start 10-9. Minnesota, OKC. Is everybody healthy?
No, Minnesota's missing Nas Reed. He's a big deal for them. OKC.
I'm taking Minnesota.
I got OKC.
I'm taking Ant-Man and Cat. I'm sorry.
I got OKC. They play tough. They're consistent. I don't believe in Cat. I love.
You gotta let that go, man. You gotta let that go with Cat, man. Listen, man. Whenever I meet you, I'm gonna make sure he let that go, man. You gotta let that go, bro.
I'll shake that man's hand.
All right, let me ask you a question then. Who's the best Minnesota OKC? Who's the best player between both teams?
SGA.
So you telling me SGA is the best player out of Cat is
right
the best
now?
player, man.
Hell no. Karl Anthony Towns is better than
Bro, he's 7 foot. What are we talking about?
I don't care.
All right,
if that's your guy that you want to lead you to war, I'm taking my guys. I'm taking SGA.
SGA ain't never lead nobody to no war. They both ain't lead nobody to war.
That's cool, but I'd rather see SGA. Well, we're gonna see. SGA plays everyone tough. He almost gave Golden State 40 the other night and kept them in the game. I love SGA.
I will pick a big man that can stretch the floor, that can post up, get his own shot any day over a shooting guard. I'm sorry, unless it's Steph Curry.
So we don't have to write it down because it's recorded. We'll write it down later. We got our own bids going on here.
Right, all right. So yeah, this is what I'm taking Minnesota. You got OKC now. Let's go. OKC. 7-8.
I'm riding SGA, and I love Ant-Man, but as of right now, SGA. Lakers versus Pelicans. Who you got?
I'm taking Lakers. I would give Pelicans a shot if they had Zion, but of course they don't. I think LeBron James, Anthony Davis is going to be too much. I think I'm taking Lakers. I'm sorry.
I got the Pelicans. Herb Jones is tough. He had his first 30-point game the other day. CJ McCollum, he talks a lot. I love that. Anthony Davis, the Clippers wrote the blueprint on the Lakers the other day, Papa. They double-teamed Anthony Davis every single time he had the ball. The Pelicans have the ability to double-team throughout the game, and they got a one-on-one lockdown guy in Herb Jones.
Now, let me say something. These two picks you just picked, if these go, you deserve a seat in the GM in somewhere, man.
Come on, man.
Well, you know something I don't know. There's no way in the world I'm taking the Pelicans without Zion against the Lakers. But, hey, that's your pick. I got to respect it. Let's go 6-5.
Well, it'll be 6-3 because Memphis is going to wait for the winner of Lakers or the.
Yes.
Well, see, we'll talk about that in a second. The Denver and Memphis thing, we'll get to that in a second, then, because we don't know, and we can. That's a little.
We going in order. We going in order. So now 7-8. Okay. Now we going 6. No. Now we going. The next one is 6-3, right?
Right. So Sacramento versus Golden State as of right now.
Yeah. Remember, y'all, we talking as of right now. Of course, we know by tonight things can change, but we saying right now if the playoffs started today, because it start next week. You see how excited me and Fabian is. Now listen, I'm taking Sacramento.
Oh, he believes.
I'm taking Sacramento.
Have you been watching them lately?
I believe I can fly. I'm taking Sacramento. I don't care what they doing lately. I'm thinking about what they've been doing. That's right. I'm taking Sacramento. I do not believe in the Golden State Warriors. They are terrible on the road. They say Wiggins may come back. I ain't seen him back yet. So maybe that was game. I don't know. But I'm taking Sacramento. To me, they are the best team out of the two.
I got to stick with my pick, the Kings.
Yeah, I thought so. I knew you was about to do that.
I can't abandon them after my finals.
Yes, you could. Who? What does your heart say?
Oh, Kings, because
all right,
we're relying on De'Aaron Fox to destroy anyone in crunch time. I'm relying on Draymond Green to self-destruct because it's gonna happen. I already see that happening. Golden State is gonna be on the road for the first 2 games. Tonight is gonna be a big deal. Remember, Draymond just wrote a check his ad can't cash. Dog, he said we want to see Sacramento because you are 45 minutes away. Memphis is 4 hours away. That was nice and pretty.
Want. Yep. Sometimes you get what you want.
That's why big Angel Reese energy all day long. When you play the villain, you got to back it up. And I don't see you cashing this check, dog. I don't care what.
Look. What they do now? Big shout out Tony Yayo. Big shout out Tony Yayo. Y'all say John Cena, but we know who started that.
On the low, Flavor Flav ain't do that first.
Know who you with? It's Tony Yayo, Big Queens. That's right. Yeah.
Yo, on a low, Flavor Flav ain't start that?
911 is a joke. Big shout out Flavor Flav. That's a fact. So we both got Sacramento.
Yeah, because again, I keep telling everybody, they play Golden State and the Lakers tough. Nobody just watch those games. It's all good though. It's West Coast.
Okay.
Phoenix versus the Clippers. Ooh. Have you been watching the Suns lately, man?
Listen. The first round in the play-in, if it's like this for the playoffs, I'm gonna be honest. My job might have to fire me. I'm being honest. Listen, man, I'm about to get FMLA. I need a doctor's note. I can't miss nothing. Listen, man. You see these first rounds in this play-ins?
Yo.
Bruh. Now, this is dangerous. If Paul George comes back, I'm taking the Clippers. If Paul George comes back, I'm taking the Clippers. But if he's hurt, I'm going Phoenix.
He's not coming back for the first round. I think they've been announced that.
So let's stay there. Mm-hmm. Oh man, this is huge. This is huge. Because Kawhi and them don't get no smoke. If the Clippers lose in the first round, can we say disaster?
Big time.
Can we say failure?
Big time.
Woo! Dime Dropper is in the building. Mr. LA Clipper himself. A Dime. Oh boy.
Yo, Dom loves the way you say Fabian.
Listen, hey man, I got my own language, bro.
Come on, man. Listen. We got Dom. Hopefully, Dom can jump in here because the same thing we said about the Clippers. I mean, about the Lakers when they say if they lose, if you're upper management, especially with the way Kawhi, we ain't feeling the way he just.
Hold on, give your pick first. Give your pick.
I'm going with Phoenix.
Okay.
Kevin Durant looks healthy. I don't know. No Paul George.
Yeah, without Paul George, but I'm gonna say this though. Listen. Like we really watch basketball up here. Like I'm gonna be honest, Fade. If we could get a Toronto Raptors Kawhi Leonard, I'm not surprised if they beat the Phoenix Suns, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, man. They still got a decent crew. They got Westbrook. They got Zubac. They got the Morris twin. Listen, Plumlee and them. Gordon coming off the bench. You know, I know Phoenix got the firepower, but let's be realistic. Besides Booker and Durant, Zubac can contain 8. I'm not too big on Chris Paul. This ain't sweet.
The only thing is Chris Paul is your third or fourth best guy.
That's my point.
That's a good thing though.
Right.
But like yesterday, who did they beat last night?
Yo, listen, you know who's gonna be huge for Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
My guy Terrence Ross. They gonna have to
think so?
On him. Hell, man, listen, he had a 50-point game in the NBA, man. He's a bucket.
He shoots average from 3-pointer.
Listen, yo, man, I'm so excited. I'm like flabbergasted, bro. I'm stuttering. Like, I need it to stay like this. You know how crazy this is going to be if these are the first rounds.
Phoenix beat Denver last night, but barely.
Yeah,
they barely beat them. Chris Paul went crazy. He was shooting. Even the way that he went nuts, it felt like Kevin Durant was talking to him. Yo, dog, you're gonna be open. They're gonna double us. Because my beef with Chris Paul has always been, yo, you're a scoring point guard. You hold the ball for too long. You're supposed to be scoring 25, 30. Right. Yes. Every time he shoots the ball, he's another mid-range master.
No, hold on. And he can knock down the 3.
Yes. So his problem again has always been maybe trying to be too perfect. And that's the only thing that works against Phoenix. I think
that's a great point.
No, he's not what, Don Dropper?
Hold on.
No, he's not what?
Fade. That was a great point. This playoff run, we don't need the point guard. We don't need that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Dom's saying he's not a scoring point guard. No, because that's not in his MO. But again, he's capable. Yeah, he's always done it. It's like LeBron. Him and LeBron have a lot of in common with holding on to the ball and trying to survey the court. Yo, dog, just kill him. And when you get the ball,
Chris Paul can average 20 plus if he wanted to.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
So
I think.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think that's easier to happen. He needs a breakthrough. You're facing the Clippers. You can't lose to your old team. He needs a breakthrough against the Clippers in the first round. He needs Kevin Durant. Maybe can instill the confidence in him. Your dog, you're gonna be open. Yesterday, that was a beautiful. They swung the ball around on a fast break, kicked it out to the wing. They kicked it out to Chris Paul. He pump fakes, sets up his shot for the next 3-pointer, and it was nothing but cash. I see him doing that. I see Kevin Durant instilling confidence in this guy. I got Phoenix taking this one.
Okay, I have Phoenix as well, but mine has a little asterisk next to it. It's 60-40 for me right now. I think the Clippers have a chance. I think they have a legitimate chance. The first game is very important for the Phoenix Suns. It is very important for Chris Paul, but yes, I'm gonna take Phoenix as well. But I don't doubt Clippers. Let's go to the next one.
Next game, well, that's going. Now we're gonna start from the beginning. Depending on who the 8th seed is and who the 7th seed is, because with Memphis, we know for a fact the 7th seed is either the Lakers or the Pelicans.
Right.
Who do you think is the easier matchup for them?
Now, but hold on, but we can still This is what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers. All right, you say you have Pelicans. I have Lakers. I think Memphis beats either one. You have Pelicans. What do you think happens with Memphis and New Orleans?
With no Zion, Memphis got that. Memphis got that because they're dogs, man. The only thing going against Memphis is they have a terrible road record.
Right.
A terrible road record.
Yeah.
But John Moran is back. We just saw something where they said something about the police were doing. They mishandled
I don't even want to get into that.
No, but I'm saying, what if I didn't read into it? I'm gonna Google.
Oh, mean like what if that plays a part where he can't play or something?
Right. Hopefully it doesn't impact Ja.
Yeah, so but if he can't play, then all bets is off. But if he's playing, my pick, I'm taking Lakers over New Orleans. I'm taking Memphis over the Lakers.
Right. You taking Memphis over either one of them anyway.
Yes.
And I say the same thing. I think Memphis is just, I like them that much. Yo, I got another interesting who they should go after. Memphis Grizzlies should go after, put all the chips in. They missed out on Mikal Bridges. We talked about him the other day. I think Fred VanVleet on the Memphis Grizzlies would be like a different level.
And put Ja at the 2?
Yeah. I've been saying Ja at the 1 is kind of like their problem. Remember,
I disagree.
It was Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet leading the way over there in Toronto. But that's just an aside. I should say that for rapid fire. I'm sorry.
Right. Now let's go up top. The number 1, Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets. Now, this is where I get a little confused. Would they play? Oh, they play the winner of 9 and 10.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, we ain't got to waste our time with that. Denver smacking either one of them. Sorry.
See, but they could play.
No, we know, but we saying today.
Now, this is the weird part. Whoever loses from the Lakers and the Pelicans, they're not out of the playoffs. They have to lose 2 games. Right, so the Lakers, let's say I got the Pelicans winning this one, right? So the Lakers are going to play either Minnesota or OKC, and then they play Denver.
Now, if the Lakers play Denver, I'm taking the Lakers.
Wow.
If the Lakers play Denver, and I said it the other day on live, I said there's 2 teams that should be afraid of the Lakers. Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors. If the Lakers play Denver in the first round, I'm taking the Lakers.
I'm gonna show some damn respect to the potential MVP, the 2-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. They've done too much. They played Phoenix solidly yesterday. We'll get into the Knicks in a second. That's what nobody talks about, is that when your superstars are down, how do your role players play? Denver was competitive without Jokic. He's getting his rest. So he's coming into the playoffs fully rested. Agreed. And I don't think he's a guy that's like, hey, how are you going to come into the game and try to see if he can work his way in there? Nah, he is the offense. He is the engineer. He's the maestro. He's everything. Yes, he ain't gonna need too much to get rolling. I think they can do the same again. The Clippers I'm telling you now, they wrote the game plan on how to defend the Lakers. You X out Anthony Davis with a double team every time he touches the ball. Get the ball out of his hands. Okay. LeBron, go to work. We dare you to drop 100, LeBron. We dare you. You're 1,000 years old, Zeus. So I think Denver can do the same thing.
But once again, what you're missing is the Clippers have the defenders to do that.
I think Denver do
not have no defenders like the Clippers where you can X out somebody like that. I'm sorry.
No, but the Lakers don't have an offense that can go all game long, in my opinion, like Denver. I don't think the Lakers have a defense to be anywhere near to stop the Denver Nuggets. And unless Anthony Davis is somewhere near what he was before, because that's the guy that I've seen gave a little kryptonite to Jokic in the past. He gave it to him, pause. You ain't doing nothing. I've seen him go 1 half. He didn't show up. Anthony Davis, second half. Hey, Jokic, zip. You know what I mean? So I don't think that we're going to see that Anthony Davis. I think Anthony Davis at a certain point is going to somehow have another injury. It's too much. The the West Coast is nothing but offense.
Hey, listen,
you know what
man,
I mean?
I love it.
So Sacramento, like again, the Lakers do not want to see the Kings. They don't want to see the Phoenix Suns. They don't want to see the Clippers, the Nuggets. They don't want to see anybody for 7 games. I cannot see them doing anything against anyone for 7 games. Not OKC, not the Pelicans, none of these guys. The Lakers, get the Lakers out of here, man. I'm done with this. What is this threat?
Let's go to the East, baby.
Jesus Christ.
The East side, the best side where my Knicks is at. Yeah. Yo, look, hold on. No, go back real quick. Look how good that Knicks look at sitting at number 5, baby. Woo,
come on, man.
Wait.
I told, and shout out to me, as I told you, Dime, Knicks are gonna be in the 6th spot in the playoffs, and they in 5th. I told you we got a bench. I believe in our youth. If Tom Thibodeau gets his act together, it don't take much. So pat on the back. I forgot my man's name from wrestling back in the day.
Let's start. Here we go. Same format. No, remember, 10-9. Let's go, baby. Chicago, Toronto. Remember, if it starts today, this is tough. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm taking Chicago. I'm taking Chicago, and I'm going to tell you why. Zach LaVine, and what's his partner over there?
DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan. Chicago been playing real good basketball. I'm taking Chicago over Toronto. And I'm a big fan of Van Vliet. I'm the one that be on here giving them all the props. I'm taking Chicago. I'm sorry. They've been playing great basketball. I'm taking Chicago.
Shout out Dom Dropper. He's enjoying our conversation.
Of course.
He said he got all 10 teams right in the East. Different order. Yo, Dom, you got to drop your FanDuel, dog. Drop the FanDuel parlay. DeRozan playing Toronto in Toronto game. Good point. DeMar DeRozan back in Toronto. Let me leave that up. I'm sorry, Dom. DeMar DeRozan playing in Toronto in game 1 is going to be crazy.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Toronto fans better give him a standing ovation. That was the piece to get Kawhi to get the chip.
I'm taking
He was standing out there getting his ass whooped by LeBron for how many years?
Who are you taking?
I got the Raptors, man.
Okay.
I got the Raptors. I got Siakam. Again, I love our guy Fred VanVleet. Their long pause. We got to see more from Scotty Barnes. I don't know what happened to him. I think he was injured early on, and he was starting to come around, but he doesn't have. Maybe next year is the time for him, his 3rd-year leap. 2nd year he's hit a wall. But I got to go with Toronto. 1 game, I can't see how Chicago can really cover ground against them. Toronto's always leading the league in deflections and steals, and Chicago has been playing well. 2nd half of the season, I think they're 5th in the league in defense. They've been playing well.
Yeah. Toronto
got the experience.
I like Toronto. Toronto's solid, great team. But I'm going with the team that's been playing great down the stretch. And right now, DeRozan, his former team, and Zach LaVine is on a tear. I'm going with Chicago, baby.
Shout out to Papa Schmurda. He reminded us the other day that Zach LaVine's tear ended.
Hey, that's what y'all get when y'all start betting on people y'all ain't never bet on. That's why our Knicks was losing. Everybody want to jump on the bandwagon. Yo, y'all ain't covering. You ain't been betting on us. Don't bet on us now.
Yeah, we got to work on the bandwagon getting bigger, man. We got to fix that up. We add some weight on.
Big shout out, Papa Schmurda, man. Facts.
Big shout out.
AKA, no, we can't do the AKA. No. Go ahead.
Yeah. Chicago. What was I gonna say? Chicago. Zach LaVine. DeMar DeRozan is the only guy with playoff experience, right?
Yes.
So Toronto, that whole damn team got a playoff experience. I'm going with Toronto, man. Unless they're secretly tanking, which you should actually. I gotta remind everyone, you shouldn't secretly tank out of the play-in because you could lose your lottery piece like that. That's why the Mavericks have tanked these last 2 games. They're gonna tank.
Right.
They want their lottery pick because they would have to give it to us if they finish in 11th place. That's the deal. And remember, think about this. Go real quick. If you still have that lottery piece, you can trade it now and get somebody else there to join Kyrie and Luka.
Got you. Let's go 7-8.
Miami versus Atlanta. Wow.
This is tough, but I'm going for it. I'm taking Miami. I'm taking Miami, man. I'm taking Miami. Tougher, dogs. 9 times out of 10 is going to be in Miami. And I think Butler at a Bam is going to be too much for Atlanta. I'm taking Miami.
I got to go with Jimmy Buckets. If I had to bet on anybody, it's Jimmy Buckets in the playoffs. You kidding me? He said he's a guy that talks it and lives it. So by I think the midway point of the season, he said, "Yeah, first half was just like preseason. Now we're gonna turn it up. Time to talk. It's time to show up to work, Jimmy Butler. I got you. I put my money on Miami and Jimmy Buckets."
Real quick before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me 30 seconds. Your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, they lose in the play-in. They don't make it to the playoffs. Is it time to start thinking about rebuilding?
They would have to lose 2 games, and I mean they already are rebuilding. You traded away whoever for DeJounte Murray. This is not really working if Trae Young is your piece. Like how much better of a.
But when I say rebuilding, is it time for Trae Young to start thinking about some options?
For he himself, you can't do that if you're Atlanta. But Trae Young, maybe. If you're Trae Young, you might have to do that because maybe that front office doesn't have what it takes. But they've done everything that you wanted, apparently, because you didn't get along with any of the coaches. 2 coaches are gone already. They had DeJounte Murray there, so that supplements, Trae Young don't play defense. So you got DeJounte Murray, who's a pretty good defender, at least scrappy, causes a lot of turnovers. What more can you really want from the backcourt? That backcourt should be better than that. That backcourt should really be better than that. So Miami should not beat you. You should be going, and they have Quinn Snyder as the head coach, by the way, guys. Let's not forget that. Quinn Snyder, to me, even though Utah was frauds to us, and we knew that after. Yeah, I was like, I like what I saw. I like the way he communicates with his team. It seems like on the sideline, but I got to go Jimmy Buckets, man. I didn't finish the article on the Athletic about Eric Spoelstra.
All right, we go on Miami. We both got Miami. Now let's go.
All right, so next is the Boston one, or the 6-3.
No, 6-3 is the next one.
Okay, so 6-3.
We ain't even got to waste no time on that. Philadelphia.
You got Philly over Brooklyn?
Yeah, that's not
It is a 7-game series. Barring another Joel Embiid injury, because he's another guy. He has to show up to the end of the race.
Come on, if he don't get injured, I'm not even wasting my time on this.
But there's a lot of super defenders on Brooklyn. Just to give us some context. A lot of super defenders on the Nets. It's Cam Thomas, right?
Yes.
Cam Thomas does not play. If they all of a sudden decide to put him in the playoffs and he goes nuts, but again, that's an if. And
Brooklyn has no chance against the 76ers with Harden and Embiid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, healthy Harden and Embiid.
Yeah,
this should be.
Yeah, I give Brooklyn maybe 1 game, but I'm not even wasting my time on that. That's a mismatch. I'm just sorry.
The Bucks played. They traded back-to-back blowouts, Philly and the Bucks, and the Bucks played them beautifully. They knew how to defend the pocket pass from James Harden. He could you literally saw Giannis getting low to avoid him passing the ball into Joel Embiid.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm trying to rush you. Hold on. You wasting your time. There we go. Come on, man. What kind of games you playing?
I'm sorry.
You want to talk about Brooklyn and Philly? Simple, Philly. Now let's get to the. Let's get to it.
Woo, I didn't read the room. Hold on. We're in the mix, baby.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks are back.
Hold on. Let's just bask in that nice orange with the number 5.
Look, this ain't a coincidence. This ain't a coincidence. Somehow, all we live Flea jumps in when we talking Knicks.
Let's bask in that Knicks 5th seed. That shit just looks so good. Now let's go.
Allball. Who do we have in round number 1? New York Knicks, 5th seed, like you said, versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by the guy that we were supposed to trade for allegedly in the summertime, Donovan Mitchell. Who do you have?
I'm taking the New York Knicks in 6 games.
Of course you are.
I'm
Get the
taking
Cleveland
New York
Cavaliers the
Knicks.
hell out of here.
Hold on. Zion Williamson to continue rehabbing hamstring injury. So there is no return. He is not coming back. Been out since January 2nd. His return remains uncertain. Zion Williamson will continue rehabbing his hamstring injury. He's been out since January 2nd. So
the way
he's not coming back.
Let me tell you, I never compliment you about the way you speak, Allball. The way you speak is so fluid and it's very paced. The way you said Zion Williamson will not return from his, so I thought you were gonna say from his hamburger something. I'm just like, yo, he's way too big, bro. Zion gotta lose some damn weight.
Hey, listen,
get up to the hamstring.
Listen,
going back to the Knicks.
There we go. Hey, I just want to say this. It's not only because I'm a Knicks fan. I think we are a bad matchup for Cleveland. I like the Cleveland team, but they're overachieving. Like I said, Garland is a great point guard. I think Brunson is better. It's going to be a nice matchup to see with Randall and what's my guy, the kid from USC?
Evan Mobley.
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup, Mobley against Randall. Of course, I'm going to take Randall. And then the defensive big men, Jared Allen against Mitchell Robinson. But we got an X factor now, baby. Listen, man, I'm calling them lethal weapon. Riggs and Murtaugh. Quickly and Grimes, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Riggs,
man, we got, listen. What?
Riggs, man, don't get blocked. Don't get blocked, Riggs,
overrated.
man.
Listen. No. See what you're doing. You're letting someone interfere in this Knicks madness right now. I'm taking the Knicks in 6 games. Rage, man, you know it's all love. What up, Rage? Listen.
What's up, Rage?
Listen, I told you I got a new name. Quickly in Grimes. Riggs and Murtaugh. Lethal weapon, baby.
Lethal weapon. Man,
we looking good. You see, I ain't even named Barry.
Because he's...
Hey, man, I'm taking Knicks, man. You talk to me. Give me who you taking, Knicks or Cleveland.
I got the Knicks in 5 games.
Wow.
Get the Cavaliers the hell out of here.
Hold on. Kyrie Irving, yes. All right, so they don't have the Dallas Mavericks. They don't say nothing about Luka, but they name everybody else I said. And all of them got fake injuries, right foot injuries, all this nonsense. Sorry to cut you off. But once again, y'all, if y'all just getting in here, Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green, Maxi Kleber, and Christian Woods are not playing tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Everybody right foot is hurting. Right foot, let's storm. Bam. Cha-cha now, y'all. Come on, man. This shit is ridiculous. But let's go with the Knicks. You got the Knicks in 5?
I got the Knicks in 5.
Wow.
Shout out to everybody in the building. We hit double digits for a second. It was lovely.
Wow.
Listen. I'm hoping that Tom Thibodeau, and
hold on. More news. Hold on. It's a developing story. If the Mavericks lose tonight, they are eliminated from the play-in tournament. If the Mavs lose tonight, they are eliminated from the play-in tournament, and Kyrie Irving, Green, Tim Hardaway Jr., Kleber, and Woods are not playing.
Come on. What did we just talk about? They have to miss the play-in tournament to guarantee that draft spot, or to draft to get my what am I switching on?
Hold on. Faye, don't even pay them no mind. I need you to explain to me why you got the Knicks winning in 5 games and you only giving Cleveland 1 game.
Because I don't believe in their big men. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, we've seen enough of the Knicks. We're deeper than they are. What Cleveland bench? He just Rage Man mentioning Caris LeVert. I've seen enough of Caris LeVert. Very streaky. Who's going to spread the floor for Cleveland? All they have is Donovan Mitchell dominating the ball a lot. He's not doing that for 5 or 6 games. I've seen this movie already. We saw him in Utah. They didn't know how to get along with the big man. Donovan Mitchell holds the ball for too long. That's their problem. Now with us, We've had 2 weeks without Julius Randle. RJ Barrett, 2 games gone without him. These guys don't see us rolling with our core, the same core we've been talking about for the last 2 summers. IQ is no joke. I expect IQ to show out. He's not going to shut anybody down, but another 40-point game. Quentin Grimes, I expect him to be streaky. Obi Toppin, I don't expect much from him, but I expect my man Josh Hart to keep creating turnovers. 3rd on our team in assists. 3rd, by the way, maybe 4th. More than RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett needs to play in crunch time, but in my opinion, Josh Hart already plays 30 minutes a game. Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart, Emmanuel Quickly.
Hold on, Fade. Luka Doncic listed as probable left thigh.
He ain't playing.
Luka Doncic tonight listed as probable injury left thigh. So maybe the left thigh he got out of Popeyes kind of gave him a stomach virus or something. But go ahead, man. Finish your point. Dallas Mavericks should be ashamed of themselves. All y'all that be preaching Kyrie and Luka, get out of here. But go ahead, Fabe. I'm sorry.
Spider and Brunson basically have the same amount of postseason experience. Hey, Rage Man, no the hell they don't. Are we forgetting who was just in the conference finals and waxed the Phoenix Suns? Are we forgetting this? Where is Donovan Mitchell's series? Where's his iconic series? Nothing.
Good point.
Jalen Brunson has an iconic.
Ho.
Breaking news.
Bulls. Look who's not playing tonight. DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Pat Beverly. We know Lonzo Ball and Justin Lewis. So tonight, DeMar DeRozan rest, Patrick Beverly rest, Zach LaVine knee is not playing tonight. What kind of games are they playing?
Yo, hold on. So the Bulls don't want to win either?
What? Are you kidding me?
Yo, now I'm totally confused.
Yo, this is ridiculous, man.
Well, just to finish the Knicks thing up, I think we're just a deeper team, man. This is gonna make or break Tom Thibodeau in New York City. If we beat Cleveland, we already know Big Bang James, he got a seat at the table. But Tom Thibodeau, we've been leaving you in the guest house for a minute. We could let you win. If you beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, we're letting you in the crib. You can eat at the table with us, dog. But
you made a great point that a lot of people don't think about. We have a great bench. With Quickly, Hart, Obi, and I think that's going to be the difference in that series. Quickly off that bench is electric, man. He's like Michael. He's like the microwave, man. Vinny J, man, in Detroit, baby. Right now he should be 6th man of the year. But yeah, I got Knicks at 6. I think overall we're a better team than Cleveland, but I'm not going to disrespect them and say 5 games, and I'm not going to disrespect them and say those big men ain't great. Those big men is good, man. Jared Allen, man, is one of the best defenders as far as a big man in the league. But I'm taking Knicks at 6. I'm taking Knicks at 6, baby.
I'm going with my heart. You guys love to mention, Spider beat MVP Russ. And Russell Westbrook was not an MVP to me. Really bad work from Fabian today. Go to hell, Don Dropper. Donovan Mitchell destroyed Russ and PG as a rookie. No iconic series. Hey, you guys need to take a Q-tip and clean your ears. I said that Donovan Mitchell did not have an iconic playoff run. Did he make it to the Western Conference Finals when he wasn't supposed to? It was a 2-man show last year with him and Luka Doncic. They were not expected to go over there, and they waxed the Phoenix Suns. A brutal beatdown. I have yet to see that from Donovan Mitchell. As a matter of fact, all we've seen in the West Coast from Donovan Mitchell-led crew was disappointment. Hold on. It will happen again.
Hold on. Dallas Maverick news. They have no second-round picks for the next 7 years. Only first-round pick they can trade is 2027. So they're discussing, would you have made the same decision as the Mavericks? 6% chance to reach the playoffs. 96% chance at the trade deadline. The Dallas Mavericks is a mess. I'm going to say it again. The Dallas Mavericks right now today on a great Friday day is a mess. And I love it.
Led by the messiest owner ever. You like the team stuff, but not now? What do you mean? The Knicks as a team, I'm picking over Cleveland Cavaliers. I think that Cleveland is more of a one-man show, and you can lead. Donovan Mitchell is great to have. He's going to put on a great performance, I think, but it's not going to be enough. He had a defensive player of the year and All-NBA player next to him. Out of here.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think Dallas? How do you think Mark Cuban and Dallas feel right now? Because of course they want to not win tonight. Now that Chicago ain't playing nobody.
Yo,
is that hilarious?
Yo, I'm just trying to figure that out. Like, is the league going against? Is there a conspiracy against the Mavericks? Yo, remember the Porzingis trade was unnecessary.
Kyrie Irving is eligible to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. Yes, of course, like agent this offseason. Listen, man, they talk about the Dallas Mavericks, man. Listen, I've been saying it, Fabian been saying it, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Buckets, man. Buckets said it as soon as the trade happened, and I went against it. He said it wasn't gonna work. So I'm gonna give a big shout out to Buckets. The Dallas Mavericks is a mess. But let's finish up real quick. We got maybe one more little segment. Remember, let's go to the play-in, and whoever win, and they play that 1 and that 2 seed.
Real quick, shout out to Papi Gliss Raps. Woo!
Oh, Papi Gliss, big shout out, baby.
So
appreciate the love, man.
So you saw I got the Knicks in 5 games. You
right.
got the Knicks
we both
in 6.
got the Knicks. So now we go to the play-in.
You want to go with Milwaukee first?
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. Well, play Milwaukee. Milwaukee's winning. I'm not wasting my time. Sorry.
You got a sweep?
No, I think no. Make it get 1. Toronto make it get 1. If it's Chicago, it's a sweep.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not even wasting my time on that.
And number 2 is Boston versus Miami. We got Miami. That's
nice.
Ho!
Allball gonna go out on a limb. Somebody catch me. I might fall off the cliff. I'm thinking I might be leaning towards Miami.
Miami what?
Miami, Boston. I might be leaning towards Miami. You heard what I said. I didn't stutter. I ain't stutter. Jimmy Buckets. That's all I'm going to say. Let's not act like he ain't never do it before. Miami, Boston, first round. Who you got?
Rage Man has Miami in 7. I have Boston. I got Boston in 5.
Okay, no, that's not a problem. Let's not act like what I'm saying is crazy because someone agreed with me.
Of course, listen. You guys are going with history. I think Jimmy Butler's a year older. I'm trying to see what did they lose from last year to this year? Like, where's Bam's leap? Like Bam and DeAndre Ayton, they really disappoint me a lot. They're very similar in their effort or just their production.
Great point. That's a great point.
If Bam was that, and remember Bam, you talk guards 1 through 5 in this era. He ain't doing that in the 90s and the 80s and early 2000s. He ain't doing that back then. But in this era, Bam is 1 through 5. I'm talking about your point guard and your center.
That's a great point. Bam right now is supposed to be superstarish, at least peaking there. He's barely scratching all-star. So you have a point. He did not make that leap yet. But I've seen Miami in the playoffs these last couple years, and I'm just not that big of a believer in Boston. I like Boston. That's why my Knicks be not. Nobody's scared of Boston.
Right.
And I think if you keep it a low game and keep it close, I'm taking Miami in that series. I'm taking Miami over Boston 7-game series. I'm going with Miami.
They got Malcolm Brogdon in there. They needed that point guard to spell Marcus Smart in the playoffs. Marcus Smart blew 1 or 2 games against the Bucks individually last year by himself. The Bucks should not have had a chance in that series, and Marcus Smart blew a couple games. They got the other kid. Is it White?
Yeah, I like White. Yeah.
They Derek White. They traded for him though, right? From Memphis.
Yeah. Remember he was in San Antonio.
San Antonio. I thought it was Minnesota. Okay, I like him. They caught another couple. They caught another couple pieces. I can't see them losing it to Miami. I think Miami's getting older. The trick is over, and it's all due respect because you know how we feel about Pat Riley, man. It's a rivalry. It's a family rivalry with the Knicks and Pat Riley, but you gotta respect. That's the guy you gotta salute. Eric Spoelstra, you gotta salute. These guys went to the finals, so I get all that. They're gonna use their experience to try to keep it close and try to make maybe that game 5 competitive. But I see them 4-1, and they're lucky. I'm not saying that I'm bringing the broom out. I got them 4-1.
I got Miami 7 games. Hey man, that was listen. We broke that down beautifully, and I pray and hope it stays like this because those first round matchups in the West, and if it panned out how we wanted with the playing, where you get Lakers and Denver in the first round, even in the East, like I said, the East to me the only interesting matchups is Knicks Cleveland, and if you get that Miami Boston in first round, yeah. So hey man. Fabian, you did the damn thing, man. That was a great breakdown. Now
we did the damn thing. We got through the link in the chat, guys. If you want to jump in, you got something to say? It's rapid fire time.
Yes, and rapid fire. I kind of want to discuss some MVP talk, just briefly, because when you put up these numbers, right? When you put up Giannis, Embiid, Joker. Giannis' numbers is better than all 3 of them. His team record is better than all 3 of them. Why are they so hard pushing for Joker? I think right now, Joker was the MVP maybe a month ago, but I think Giannis, his numbers they was trying to hide those numbers. But when you look at, I think right now he's like 31, 12, and 6 or something like that. I like Giannis. I think Embiid these last couple games, he had a chance to really grab it and hold on to that MVP tight. And I don't know what happened, but I think he fell out the race.
Well, he smoked when was the 50-point game he just had?
That was how long ago was that? That wasn't a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That's when they were all saying yo, when B just he just took the MVP race back or whatever it was.
Hold on, real quick. UConn Huskies sophomore guard Jordan Hawkins, he just declared for the NBA draft. What up, Rage Man? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Great.
What's up?
What's going on? How you feeling today on this Good Friday?
I'm good, man. How about y'all?
Oh, man. Listen. Excited for the playoffs.
I'm definitely excited. You trying to come in there with your hate. The Knicks losing this shit. Are you kidding me? You coming to a Knicks podcast telling us we gonna lose? Yo, Rage Man, do you understand who you talking to?
Yeah, man. Hey, I got the Cavs, bro. I go with the Cavs, man. It's just that size. The size.
There you go. Yeah, look. Hey,
He
look
got
at
the
this.
suit with the tie on.
Listen.
He
Ray, you might want to get on
business. Are you ready?
Business today.
Okay.
Business today.
But hold on.
Yo, Ray, what's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Hey, Flea, how you? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody looking forward to a good weekend. We broke down that East and West if it was today, and that talk was just legendary. But I want to stay right here real quick. I want Rage Man to go first. Flea, you go second. That Boston Miami, Rage Man. I said I might like Miami. You said you like Miami at 7. Please explain.
I mean, just look what happened last year. I mean, look at Boston. They was in full force, and they went 7 then. And Fabian asked, who did they lose? They didn't lose nobody but PJ Tucker. If you really want to be honest, who did they really lose? So, I mean,
hold on, Rage Man, what'd you say? That means they lost nothing.
Yeah, they didn't lose nothing. So, I mean, I'm a reverse Fabian point for the Celtics. It's a year later, and Miami didn't lose nothing. So I'm gonna go Miami this time in 7 games.
Hey, Flea, your thoughts? If Miami, how we had it set up, if it was today, if Miami plays Boston in that first round, who do you like?
What was that, Pat?
Miami and Boston in the first round. I'm gonna say this: Miami was a Jimmy Butler shot away from being in the NBA Finals last season.
Facts.
Same exact teams coming back. Both teams didn't really do too much to upgrade the roster or downgrade the roster. But I think Miami is slightly better coached. I think they're slightly better coached. Again, this is the first time we're going to see Mazzulla in the playoffs as the head guy, right? This is the first time. So 7 games. I'll go Miami.
Wow.
I go Miami.
Wow. Hey, boss man, boss man, how you feeling?
Man, what's up, fellas?
Boss man, good to see you.
Man, what's up?
Listen.
I like that tie right there, bro. I like that tie, man.
Yeah, nice and sharp.
I appreciate you, gangster.
Yes, sir.
I try to jump in here. I try to jump in here on some business stuff every now and then.
Hold on. Hey, Fabian, boss man, Miami may play Boston in the first round. Who do you like?
I like what Fabian said, but I got to go with Boston, man. They got too many weapons. The weapons they have are just the bench. Them 2 guys, man, they're gonna score, man. They're gonna score, and they know what to do with Jimmy Butler. Let him get his. Jimmy Butler wants the ball in the fourth.
Hold on, boss man. Before you finish, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yes, sir.
Remember, Miami did make a change. They got Kevin Love.
Good point, Dom Drop. Good point.
So yeah,
Kevin Love is 40 years old.
Go ahead, boss man. I'm sorry.
Kevin Love is 40 years old. He'll get them 5.7 rebounds. That's about it, man.
Hey, I watched Kevin Love take 4 charges in 3 minutes last night. 4 charges in 3 minutes last night. I ain't never seen him do that.
Where was he at? Miami precinct?
But hey, boss man, I want you to finish your point, but I think Miami. I think that's a dangerous matchup for Boston in the first round.
Can I get the cards before y'all start putting them all in fucking suits and shit like that?
Say that again.
Thank you.
No, I wanted you to
Say that
finish
one
your
more
point as far as the Miami-Boston.
Yeah, I just think Boston is just built for the playoffs better right now than Miami. I think they have a good core of guys right now, and I think they can just go a little further than Miami. I like Miami, but that Boston team is stacked.
Yeah,
Good point.
yeah, good point.
But listen, I'm going to stand with you guys. I'm with the old people right now playing cards right now. I just want to listen today. I got to
What we doing?
man.
Yes, sir.
Man. So I show love to everybody, man.
Yes, thank
Boss
you,
man,
boss
what we
man.
doing?
Always, yes.
I
We got-
appreciate you.
We got a
Yes,
face
sir.
game or his tongue?
Yes.
Hey, man. Hey, Fabian, I'm glad Dom Dropper said that. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston win because, of course, they're the favorite. But I really think Miami can beat Boston. Like, I'm not being funny. It ain't like
For real.
I really think that's a bad matchup for Boston.
In the first round too. That's why I'm saying that. Like, if any other round, I'm going with Boston, but you going against them out the gate. I don't think this is a good year for Boston. They should have got first seed. They should have got the first seed again.
Because what are they? 38.
Unmute yourself, Flea.
Yep. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, all right. You good now. You good.
Oh, no. I was asking Fabe, what's the season series between Miami and Boston this year?
Yeah, good question. Good
Yeah,
question.
good question.
Hey, yo, when we put up them brackets, if it started today, do you see the rounds? Like, bro, you would have.
It's crazy.
Yo, you would have Clippers, Phoenix. You would have Sacramento, Golden State.
Oh, in the first round too.
What?
Yeah, that was
That
a great
Clippers
question.
Phoenix. That
Yo,
Clippers
Flea,
Phoenix. Whoever win
was
that
a-
win in the chip.
Yo, that was a great question, Flea. It was 2-2. The last victory was in January, and that was the Heat who took that one. They played all 4 games by January. Celtics won the first one in October. I'm sorry, in October. Then the Celtics won they won the first 2 games. Then the last 2 games was the Heat. They came on strong.
So it's tied.
Yep.
Tied, and it's tied, and they haven't seen each other since January.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, man. Let me ask y'all a question while y'all up here. I don't care who goes first. Please give me your thoughts on the Dallas Mavericks.
They done, man. They done. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say they done, but it's looking bad.
That's your guy. Your guy Kyrie.
About that, man. I'm not gonna make excuses. They looking bad right now, but let's give it a full season. Let's get some guys around them. They did lose a lot. I'm not caping for them at all because this was supposed to work. I thought it was gonna work. I thought it was gonna be another LeBron, Kyrie type thing. But
what I want to do, y'all, and Flea, I want you to go next. I don't want to put the blame game on Kyrie and Luka. Nobody. I'm just asking, like, how do we feel about the whole situation? Because now you see nobody playing tonight, which they have an opportunity. If they win today, they end up playing. If they lose, they out the play.
somebody got to play. Somebody got to play. Somebody, the healthiest people got to play. Let's do it that way.
Flea, your thoughts on, like I just said, the whole Dallas Maverick, just the whole thing. Like your thoughts on it.
I think it goes back to, you know, losing out on Jalen Brunson. I think it starts there. And then, you know, what I went back and looked. They didn't start out the season very bad either. So it probably made them feel like, okay, we good without Jalen Brunson. But then when the new year hit and got close to the All-Star break, they started struggling. And then Luka's like, I need help. And so I just think, had they extended Brunson last season during the year, they would avoid the situation they in right now, which is they have nobody else to do any of the dirty work. They don't have nobody to defend. They have nobody that gives a fuck about being a star in their role. Like, they just got a bunch of guys, and they got two all-star, superstar level players that I don't even know if they really, you know, can coexist yet. Like Rage Man said, maybe we need a whole year to see how they look. But their struggles started last summer when they didn't resign Brunson.
I thought they would go sign, like you just said. I thought after the postseason they was gonna sign Brunson and Dinwiddie because both of them were hooping.
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna happen. So
great point. Great point. Fade.
Oh, well, shout out to. Well, I'm not seeing the subject. Well, I think I spoke on it earlier. Just it all comes down to Mark Cuban. I'll be teasing Rage Man about Kyrie because I just can't blame him for this at all. Like, I remember we talked about it before, earlier in the week. I got damn near 0% can blame to Kyrie. He is who he is. He's a threat on offense. He's a killer on offense, and he showed up. 35-5 or whatever it is. Yeah. Luka came out and admitted that they need to improve on defense and that it starts with him. He actually did say that. So, like you said, Allball, if he doesn't play defense, like, what are they doing? That's your biggest star. Why would anybody sacrifice if the leader ain't sacrificing on defense, which is his worst, you know, his biggest flaw? And then, of course, Mark Cuban is the biggest leader. But like you said, he's not getting out of his own way. So he's like he's a big diva as an owner. And again, they put a gag order out on you when you guys went for the championship. Like, this is crazy, and you're still talking.
Yeah,
great point.
He just can't get out of his own way. He just can't. So, and Jason Kidd, I really can't. Him and Kyrie, I think I can't blame them. Like, you just took away the entire team that the head coach got and took you to the Western Conference Finals, or at least helped you get there, right?
Yeah.
And you just totally abandoned the whole identity, everything about that team.
In the middle of the season, too.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, right. And it started at the beginning. Because, Rage Man, don't you think? No disrespect, Kyrie's your guy. But you basically traded your whole defense and Jalen Brunson for Kyrie Irving.
I mean, for the Mavs to pick him up, that wasn't a good move. He should have went somewhere else. Just for the Mavs' sake, he should have went somewhere else.
Yeah, y'all all make great points, man. Great points. Like I said, you know, I agree with everything all y'all say. I know we make jokes and fun, but I'm not going to put this blame on Kyrie, and I do put a little blame on J Kidd, but very little. This is on Luka and on Mark Cuban, man. They're the heads of the snake. Paul, gotta get it together. You cannot go down like this. I'm sorry. This is going to be a little stain on Luka. Next year, he has to have an MVP season all year, not just the first month.
Yeah.
Like, for us to forget about this, Luka got to come out like gangbusters.
He got to lose some weight, too. We talk about Zion. He fat, too. Luka fat, too, man.
Great point. Once again, just real quick, a little more Zion. David Griffin said we will continue to monitor his progression. Listen, man.
David Griffin's another guy that should get more credit. David Griffin, remember, they thought he was a disaster out there in Cleveland. Oh, I thought that. And then
I didn't think that. I thought LeBron tried to hijack the Cavs again, and he wasn't letting them this time.
Rage, man, that's a good point, man. That's a good point.
Why would they let
What
LeBron
did
take
he-
control?
What did he say?
I said, why would they let LeBron take control of the Cavs again after what he did the first time? That was their whole beef when LeBron came back.
Great point,
Fact.
man. Great point, Rage. Wow, that was
Yeah, that's a great point.
And then to see how, yo, by the way, Flea, I'm toggling your mic, pause, because I know you kind of busy, so I'll blank it out. Don't worry about it. Don't touch it, because I need you focused over there. We don't need no
Facts.
AllBall
Oh,
TV.
God,
I didn't want to miss this afternoon. I had some things going on, but I didn't want to.
Don't worry about it. But I got you. I got you on the mic. So we want to talk. I'm on the mute.
I appreciate you, Fabian.
Zion is not practicing. He's not coming back into playing. He's not practicing Saturday with them. He's not doing none of that.
I still got them beating the Lakers.
Yeah.
What we just saying? Luka is too big. What we saying? Oh, Dave Griffin.
Yeah.
Like you said, Rage man, great point. Let GM is let GM, and Dave Griffin showed you on the Pelicans. I thought the Brandon Ingram and Zion thing was not gonna. I didn't think it was gonna mesh. Then he added C.J. McCollum. Don't forget that. Drafted Herb Jones.
The whole acquisition of all them players for AD. That was a dub. That one team was a dub for him, for Gilbert.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump out of here, y'all.
All right. Always a pleasure, Flea.
Appreciate you jumping on, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, always.
Yo, appreciate y'all always, man. AllBall, Fave,
always,
man, always.
Yes, sir.
No, Flea, be good.
Good out there with the soup, man.
Hey, Rage, man, I want to, before we get out of here, we got about 10, 15 minutes. Give me your thoughts. That Clippers Phoenix Suns, if that's the first round.
Like I just said, man, whoever come out that series, those the champs right there.
Do you think Clippers have a chance in the first round to knock out Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got more chemistry. I mean, the only thing, let's see how Russ played out, but I think they got more chemistry. While the Suns are they streaking right now, they on a winning streak, but they just plopped KD right in, and he ain't played not even 15 games. So I would have to go with the Clippers right now.
Wow.
And we got to think about Paul George coming back too. So that even adds more depth to the team. So
wait, not in the first round.
He might come back. He might come back around that time.
Wow.
How long he been out? He been out for almost like a week or so now.
Check real quick. Just see if he's coming back anytime in the first round.
Yo, Turbo, I'm trying to get you to jump in, but
they say he was going to be evaluated after 2 or 3 weeks.
But Braves, man, while he's checking that, I would take Phoenix. But for me, it's only like 60-40.
Yeah.
If Kawhi Leonard can be the Kawhi Leonard we know.
Facts. I want to see that matchup so bad because we ain't seen it since. Think about it. We ain't seen KD and Kawhi go at it since 2019 in the finals.
Right. Exactly. And then remember, the KD got hurt, so you didn't really get the matchup.
Facts.
If we can get a Toronto Raptors Kawhi Leonard, San Antonio Kawhi Leonard before he stepped on home foot, I think the Clippers is beating Phoenix.
I agree. I got to go with Clippers at the lowest. Best case scenario 6, but worst case 7 Clippers.
But Rage, man, look, think about it. Look at all these great matchups in the first round. A lot of these teams, and Fabe, you go test to this. If these dudes lose in the first round,
is it really a bad look if they lose? Like, is it a bad look if Phoenix lose to the Clippers in the first round?
Right, because you know what we're gonna say? It ain't about losing to the Clippers. It's you lost in the first round. And vice versa. If the Clippers lose, I don't care who you lose to. If you lose in the first round,
yeah, that is bad. That is bad.
I disagree.
Well, yeah, because look at the teams. It's close.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's all on how you lose. Like if Paul George miraculously comes back, if Phoenix comes on full throttle, they go 7 games, and we see 7 games of straight madness.
All right,
I don't see right. So I'm saying if Phoenix gets smacked 5-1, we're gonna be like, yo, Chris Paul, enough of you. KD, last year you got swept, KD. Let's not forget you got swept.
Oh, this is a must win for KD too. Yeah, after that sweep. Yeah.
You got okay. So you got
the pressure on Phoenix. Really, I don't think the pressure on the only I'll say the pressure on the Clippers from the perspective of they haven't done anything yet.
Right. Everybody got pressure. See, remember, everybody has pressure. Some may have more than others, but it's pressure on Clippers.
Yeah, it's pressure on everybody for real. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man, Denver could potentially play the Lakers in the first round. Imagine that pressure.
AD and Jokic, that's something.
What do you think about that, Rage, man? I think if AD ain't,
if the Lakers face the Nuggets in the first round, that might go 6. I'm gonna still go with Denver though, just because of the Lakers defense.
Yes, and you know why, Allball? You know why I'm saying that? The Denver Nuggets better win. I don't care who's in the 8th seed.
Facts.
Jokic better. I listen. I love Joker. I think his style of play is amazing. If you don't win, if you can't carry a team out of this random whoever, the Lakers or the Pelicans coming in, you can't handle that, bro. You don't deserve to be the MVP like they've been talking about. Maybe we have been smelling some.
Look though. Right? He ain't made the conference final since the bubble. He then got knocked out a round early ever since 2021. Got knocked out second round. Got swept by the Suns last year. He got knocked out first round. Gentleman sweep to the Warriors.
Good point. Good point. We spoke about that a while ago. We was like, hey man,
and they did them bad. I think the Warriors did them worse than the Suns did. The Suns was just hot. Yeah, the Suns was just going crazy.
Now, before we get out of here, I just want everybody's thoughts. You could take a minute, the most. I want to talk about just briefly how do y'all feel about what Angel Reese said? Them comments she made. When she said she's not in a rush to go. When she said she's not in a rush to go to the WNBA, she makes more money.
I applaud her. I mean, the WNBA, it's not a fruitful business if you want to make money. If you're women in basketball, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. I mean, that's an open secret. I mean, WNBA ain't been making money since '96.
So you have no problem with her saying that?
No, not at all.
Faye,
I have zero problem. All we ever tell anyone younger than us that got opportunity to get a free education. On top of that, she's making money off of this. I'll tell you who else is happy that she said that, the NCAA. Like we always talked about. She could easily go international. That girl's a star now. And she's self-made. She put, again, like we said with Draymond, you wrote a cash, your A couldn't cash. Well, she did. She cashed a check and then some. So I'm come on now. Like, remember, I have a daughter. Like, these things are inspiring for them. Like, they got to see that there's a way out. She said she's been talking like this all year long, and they've been slandering her. That's how she feels. Again,
and think about this. She drawing more viewers to the women's sport than this women college game get more viewers than NBA games. Why would she have to go pro? Her alone drawing that many people.
Yep. So
the WNBA better be they better be.
They better hope she signed with them.
Yes, they better hope she comes out, and because remember that you were on here, Allball. Somebody was telling us they got to play all 4 years in college. She can't even go to the WNBA if she wanted to. Right?
No. I heard somebody say that, but I'm gonna just say this.
Look that up.
She might be the one that helps the WNBA step that money up.
Probably, maybe.
The WNBA, listen. The WNBA need to have a meeting with that young lady, and they need to understand, hey man, we need parity in basketball. And what she's doing with the youth and with, the hip hop world and just the TikTok world and the social media world, and how she's creating a mega brand for herself.
Yeah.
The WNBA better find a way to learn from that. Remember, Rage, man, I applaud everything you're doing. Like, listen, man, y'all young dudes keep me and Fabe young, and y'all help us understand the future.
Yeah.
That young lady, how the world is, there's the future. So the WNBA, I hope they understand. And you have to they got to start with the social media world.
I think they got to start with the whole WNBA. I think they got to start promoting these players. Same thing with the NBA. They got to promote individual players. The problem with the WNBA is they try to promote they league under this cloak of feminism, and it's never worked. You gotta make these girls individuals. You gotta stop masculizing them, because all I look at the WNBA is always have is a lesser product compared to the NBA. It's subsidized by the NBA. Try your best to separate them two and try to instead of making them equal.
I'd rather them do that. Like we see them in the State Farm commercials now. Like, no, that's the way you do brand them. The same way, I think Bill Simmons was saying that you should make a WNBA. I guess their championships in the summertime, maybe during the preseason, right before the preseason game, make the champion. Like you should be connecting these games. It should be like an undercard. I don't want to call it an undercard, but imagine the WNBA championship before the first game of the season in the NBA. You're leading this exciting tournament into the NBA season. Yeah, like you should
something like that.
Yeah. But what Rage Man said make perfect sense, and what you said also. But what Rage Man said, I agree with. You have to start letting these people be individual stars, and you have to promote it. Remember, now I can't wait to see LSU play next year. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I heard people want to buy the girl jersey.
I'm about to get a Caden Clark and this Angel Reese jerseys.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So what Rage Man is saying is with the WNBA, when you see these stars like this, you have to promote them as their stars, not the team, her as the star.
Now, real quick, the WNBA, this is the WNBA.com. I gotta see if this was late, how late this was, how recent this was. The league requires domestic draft entrants to be at least 22 years old during the year that they're drafted, to have no remaining college eligibility, or to renounce any future college eligibility. That should be illegal.
Gotta change that.
That should be illegal. And
22. How you know they still gonna want to play by then, right?
And you can't have any college thing left or whatever it is. Nah, if you go to the Army,
eligibility,
get out of here. If you go to the Army, go play bounce of basketball.
All I'm gonna say is this: just imagine right now with all the hype, Reese goes to a team, Clark go to a team, and whatever good team they go to, they meet up in the WNBA finals.
Oh boy, for real. Yeah,
that's magic.
The story writes itself right there, exactly.
But you can't have that because they got all this dumb mess implemented and all these rules. You have to take advantage when the oven is hot.
Facts.
And they shot themselves in the foot by not allowing that to even take place right now, because it's not guaranteed to be that hot in the future, like you just said. And on top of that, who are the hottest college athletes in any sport right now?
For real, I don't know. None of
Angel Reese and then Caitlin right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, again, I shouted her out yesterday. Oh boy, you weren't here for that. I gotta salute Caitlin Clark. I did say it earlier, Rage Man. If she had every opportunity to go the other way in this country right now, you know how it's divided. She had every opportunity to go MAGA, but she said, "Yo, she's a competitor. I'm a competitor. I'm a fan of hers."
Yeah, this whole stuff was, this being blown up by certain segments of people. I pay attention to it, but I never saw it as an issue between the two players. I just think everybody else is blowing it up.
Hey, Ray, before we get out of here, people that play basketball, that's part of the game.
Right, man.
You brag. Now, when I get a chance to brag, I'm a brag. It don't have
I'm gonna talk, and then you better talk, because I'm gonna keep talking.
Right. So it don't have nothing to do with race. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. This is competitive, and like that young lady said, I come from an era where we talk. I come from a back. Caitlin, same thing. No matter where you from, Fabe said it. It don't matter the city, the country, the town, the race. No, if that's how you was brought up, that's how you are. Thanks. So they tried to make it more than what it is. Those are just two competitors talking mess. But I love what she said. I have no problem with what she said. And basically what she really saying is, WNBA, get your act together, because we get money over here, baby.
Yeah,
facts.
Exactly.
And the WNBA, again, losing money every year.
Yep.
And it's making the NBA lose money. And that goes to a whole nother topic with Adam Silver. He don't care if they lose money. So
yeah, we'll talk about that another time, man, because we're here for another hour. Talk about that. Rage Man, always a pleasure, my brother.
Peace. Yes, sir.
Rage Man, always love the love.
Yes. Fabian, man, another great show, bro. Big shout out, Boss Man. Big shout out, Rage Man, Flea. Big shout out, Smiles for Cupcakes Turbo. What's our new guy that was in there?
Poppy Chris.
Big shout out, Poppy Chris, and just big shout out everybody, man. Thank y'all, man. Yes. Great show, my brother. Great show. And as I always say, take us home.
AllBallTV Live is the last live of this week. AllBallTV Live Friday. We'll be back on Monday, 2 p.m., 2 to 3 p.m. Tuesday, Knicks Talk Tuesday, 12 to 1. Then Thursday and Friday back again, 2 to 3, just like we are today. I appreciate everybody coming in there. We almost hit double. We hit double digits today in viewers. That was amazing to see. From Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Shout out to everybody that came in the building. Dime Dropper, Smiles for Cupcakes. Forgot to hit on a direct message, but she jumped in anyway. Rage Man, you guys. Shout out to Javier. You might have been in the air. You might couldn't able to type. I understand. You guys don't understand. We ain't all ball. We say this, man. You guys breathe life into us. Like this right here is therapeutic, and it is love, like Boss Man always says. But to anybody watching, have a good weekend. Be safe and enjoy, man.
Hey, and hold
See you
on
Monday.
Before we go, hey man, follow Fabian on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram because you never know. We be having legendary lives. I might go live tonight, but I'm definitely going live tomorrow. So just follow us on all platforms so y'all can be part of this great thing we are trying and are doing, if I said that right. But let's go Big Knicks, baby.
Come on. Big Knicks energy.